Morning, good morning, and welcome to our live transmission. My name is Alami Koiki, and it is just coming up to 21 minutes past 2 a.m. in London. As we continue our campaign, as we continue our quest, as we say all the time, we are not going to relent until we are satisfied and we are happy that we want to exit Nigeria. We will continue our education, we will continue our enlightenment, and we will continue to remind àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pé Yorùbá ó níbi tí àwa náà gbọ́dọ̀ dé kó tó di pé ibi tí olúkálùkù wa máa padà lọ, torí pé we are not going to be here forever. I spoke my mom, I said good morning and welcome for joining the broadcast. Mo kí ìyá mi dáadáa, àwọn tí First Bank, mo ní ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Mo máa ń kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, mo ní ẹ tún káàbọ̀. I just woke up. I've slept about almost 7 hours. I mean, I have a little bit of energy for probably a few more hours. Mo kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, mo kí bàbá Akíntóyè. We're going to start again with this. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, tẹ́ bá láìkì ilé tí mo wọ̀ yìí, it's one of my sister ní the fashion designer of our time. Àwọn ló ní Mr. Koiki, ẹ̀yin ni bàbá Yorùbá nation, lẹ́yìn bàbá wa Akíntóyè, lẹ́yìn bàbá wa Chibanji Ayélóge, lẹ́yìn bàbá mi Ìgbòho Òòṣà, ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá tí a máa rí, tá a máa dunnú. Èmi á máa sọ pé kọ́ba Elédùmarè kó bá ń dúró ti àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀, kó bá ń dúró ti àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ẹ̀, kọ́lọ́njà rí bàbá wa Chief Dr. Sunday, kọ́lọ́njà rí wọn pẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń fi àdúrà ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ lójoojúmọ́. Mo kí ìyá wa Janet Fashakin, mo kí bàbá wa Dr. Okebiorun-Kosi, mo kí Yorùbá World Media. Mo ní èmi náà ni, èmi ni last man standing. Tẹ́ bá ti ń sùn, èmi á máa kanlẹ̀kùn, máa jí yín pé iṣẹ́ ti gbàgbé ni pé àwa ní ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá tí ọba Elédùmarè tó sọ. Àwa náà ní ipa tá a máa kó. Mo kí bàbá wa ọba Ògbóni, mo wá kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Ẹ má bá wọn argue pé wọ́n ní Yorùbá nation ò ní bọ́ sí. Àwa la máa fi kọ́kọ́rọ́, la máa kanlẹ̀kùn, tá a máa jí gbogbo wọn pé ẹ má sùn para, nítorí pé Yorùbá nation has come to stay. Mo ṣì ń bọ̀ àìtí dé.
Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer
We bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bam, bam. As we dey move closer, the world they go sabi. Waiting we go wait for body. As we dey move closer, the world they go sabi. Ìmọ̀lẹ́kọ̀ọ́yẹ ìmúlòlódàájú ẹjọ́ kan tó gbọdọ̀ bí àjọ ọgbọ́n ìpínlẹ̀ lọ. Òun náà là ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Òun náà là ti gbé dání sọ́wọ́ yìí. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Má sùn para. Koiki Media, àwọn là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Tiwa mà ní. News and sports, ṣe máa rí gbọ́. Tiwa mà ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọlọ́rẹ̀ mi tó ní kí n máa rí tata. Koiki Media, ọlọ́lá máa bí wọn mi. Máa bá ṣe ẹ lọ.
Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata. Àgbàdo rẹ̀, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọlọ́rẹ̀ mi. Ṣẹ́yìn lọ máa fi dìbò ọ̀bẹ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ orí tó máa dé máa dé máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ orí tó máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ kájọ́jì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á gbẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bọ̀ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media, ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àdáńtọ́, àtúnpèrè gidi. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ kájọ gbọ́ o. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àfúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Ọmọ Òdùwà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Ikú tí ó ṣe mí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. We bring one closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó fẹ́ òòdùn kan gígùn lára ni. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àdìsọ́dalẹ̀, àdìsọ́dìkẹta. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Àdúrótán, àtúnpèrègèdè. Koiki Media, àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media, we bring you work closer to your doorstep. Àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media is around. To give us the test. Is around o. To give us the test. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ tí
kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ má bínú pé àṣẹ̀fẹ̀ wọnú ètò ni, and I'm still looking for one of my phone, so I might have to go upstairs and see where it is. Mo kí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa tí ẹ ṣì ń ṣe àìsùn pẹ̀lú wa. Night vigil àwa ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ibi táwa ti ń polongo lélẹ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń polongo ẹ̀sìn. Wọ́n ní kò lè tọ́ sí ibò àwọn wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ bàbá bá mi ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí lè sí àwọn ìpè kò lè tọ́ sí ibò àwọn ṣe wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ o bàbá bá mi ṣe. Wọ́n ní kò sóògùn gbòógùn. Orin tí mo play fáwọn ibi tí mo wà nínú àdúrà kan lánàá, àdúrà yẹn láti ọdún méjì àǹjù mẹ́fà lọ nínú ẹ̀. Ìwọ náà lè set up tiẹ̀. Ìwọ lè sọ pé àdúrà ò kí ń gbà, problem tiẹ̀ nìyẹn, kò ṣe problem tèmi. Torí ìtagbédání, it needs a lot of prayers. But kò wá ṣe pé ká wá ṣàdúrà ká wá máa sùn, ṣàdúrà ń ṣàmì. So wàá máa ṣe àdúrà, wàá tún máa ṣe kíni, wàá tún wàá máa ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí so that kí àdúrà yẹn lè gbà. Wàá bínú eléyìí ṣì ń hold ń bọ̀ tó padà bá wa. Wọ́n ní kò lè possible àwọn wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ bàbá bá mi ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí ló sí àwọn ìpè kò lè possible àwọn ṣe wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ o bàbá bá mi ṣe. Ó sì ń ṣọ́ọ̀kì yín àbí bí ọba Elédùmarè ṣe ń rìnrìn àjò yẹn pẹ̀lú olóyè Ìgbòho, a máa ṣọ́ọ̀kì yín ni. Ọ̀yá gbóhùn sókè olóyè.
Ọlọ́run ni mo ti bẹ̀ fún yẹn o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ fún bàbá mi láyé, bàbá mi ò tí ì fi ọ̀dà mẹ́sàn-án fún mi ń bẹ̀, ó kọ̀ mí ju ti bàbá mi lọ. Mo lọ sí bàbá mi. Títí ojú òní mọ́ ọmọ dàpọ̀ mí nìkan, àìdàkẹ́ sọ́n dáadáa. Sọ́n burúkú ẹ̀ sásọ̀ ká. Omi lọ́lọ́run fún. Bí n bá sì kú, ẹ̀ lè gbà sí mi sí. Ọlọ́run ni mo sọ.
Tó bá kú ẹ̀ lè gbà ṣe ṣe. Mo kí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams lógún ọ̀fẹ́ o. Tí wọ́n náà bá like irú tí mo wọ̀ yìí, tó bá yẹ pé irú àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n náà bá ń like lélẹ̀, ta fi máa mọ̀ pé ìran ọmọ aládé ni wá. Tó bá wà lórí different page, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube ẹ lè má rí dáadáa. Tẹ́ bá lọ sórí ti backup channel wa, ó ṣeé ṣe kí ẹ rí orí olókùn lórí ìtàn owó yìí, ìtàn owó yìí, tó ń owó yìí. Ó wà lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá nílùú yìí, wọ́n seize ẹ̀ ni. Màá ṣàlàyé fún ẹ. Àwa lọ sọ́dọ̀ Omitaf Culture lórí IG. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní IG, ẹ lè mú nọ́mbà yìí sílẹ̀ +234 813 8528 ẹ wá pè wọ́n pé orí ètò Mr. Koiki Media lẹ ti rí àwòrán, ẹ lè ṣe screenshot ẹ wá send ẹ̀ sí wọn lórí WhatsApp pé ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́rù nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, but ẹ fẹ́ ní blue, ẹ fẹ́ ní red, ẹ fẹ́ ní green, ẹ fẹ́ ní purple. Kò wá ń ṣe eré eléyìí nìkan ló ń ṣe. Kódà tó bá jẹ́ aṣọ ẹbí ló fẹ́, mọ̀ pé àwa like ìnáwó tó pọ̀. Bàbá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, gbogbo ìgbà làwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé aláàjì èwo lẹ tún ń ṣe lénìí o. Tóra àìtí rò pé àwọn ọmọ yín kọ̀ọ̀kan ń ṣe birthday. A ní ẹni ọdún bá bá láyé ló ń ṣọdún. Àwọn máa ń ṣe fàájì lójoojúmọ́ ni. Ebenezer Obey máa ń play nínú pálọ̀ ẹ̀. Báwọn ṣe jayé tó fi kú nìyẹn, kọ́lọ́run fọ́run kẹ́ gbogbo wọn. Tó bá wá jẹ́ èyí tó jẹ́ pé o ò fẹ́ èyí tí ẹlòmíì náà máa ń nírú design ẹ̀, wà á ní kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe custom made. Wọ́n ń ṣe wà ń bẹ̀. Tó bá wá láwọn ọmọ kéékèèké l'Amẹ́ríkà tó fẹ́ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ gé aṣọ sí wọn lára, so that wàá rò pé àwọn celebrity ni wọ́n, o lè kàn sí wọn. Kò wá síbi tó wà lágbàáyé, ìbílẹ̀ ayé ìṣètóbi tó, kò sí excuse. Mr. Koiki, báwo ló ṣe máa dọ́dọ̀ mi ní Malaysia? Kódà tó bá rẹ̀ gbé sórí DHL, adọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ in 3 days. Ìntẹ́mi bá dẹ̀ ti lè jáde ti bá confirm ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation ẹni ń bẹ́ mi ránṣọ tèmi nìyẹn. So ilé òǹṣẹ́ àwọn ti ṣe máa polongo fún yàn kankan níbí báyìí. Mo ti sọ, I cannot promote any business in Nigeria because mo sorry, mo lè vet yín. Kò ṣe pé mo trust yín, but right now, pẹ̀lú tí mo gbé dání, I cannot vet anybody because I don't know who is who. Bá ṣe mọ́ra wa náà lélẹ̀. Tó bá ti di ọ̀rọ̀ lówó dé, ká máa jọ máa lọ fara wa lórí orí social media. Mr. Koiki kẹ́ máa drag mi. But sórí eléyìí tí mo sọ yìí, eré mo lè fògùn ẹ̀gbá rí. Kódà tó bá jẹ́ lówó, mo lè sanwó yẹn padà. Ibi tí mo lè confirm fún ẹnìyẹn. So wà lọ sórí IG, wà lọ wá Omitaf Culture, fashion designer of our time. Wọ́n ń gé fọ́kùnrin, wọ́n ń gé fọ́bìnrin. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́ ìyàwó àtẹ máa ń fẹ́ look good labroad. Kò sárúgbó Ghana. Àwa ní kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ránṣọ tó dáa. Ẹni bá ṣiṣẹ́ ló máa ṣe ló máa. Kódà tó bá lọ sórí IG wọn, wà á rí oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ tó ti ṣe. Àwọn ní record. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Mo kí gbogbo ọlẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Kákọ̀ tó bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà ni. Ṣòwárí lè tí mo dé àwọn ọmọlúàbí apparel. Àwọn lọ ní Mr. Koiki. Àwa á máa take care the English side. Nítorí sórí gbogbo eléyìí kò ń ṣe Nike o. Yoruba. Yoruba. Wọ́n sí lórí Facebook. Orí IG nìkan làwọn tí ń operate. Wọ́n sí lórí Facebook. Tó bá fẹ́ mú nọ́mbà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí +234 81 38 52 8588. Òun ránṣọ fáwọn èèyàn ńláńlá. Kò ń ṣe èèyàn ńláńlá àwọn olè politicians yẹn, àwọn bomb bastard. Easy, mo kí ẹ̀jàre Easy Dollar. Mo kí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi lékè. Kọ́lọ́n ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè bá ń dúró tì yín. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí fún ìdí kan àbí ìdí kejì ààrẹ kéékèèké ó wà lára. Kọ́lọ́n bá wa yọ. Tinubu kí ló ń sọ? Àbájá Gaban. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ti dàrú báyìí nísàlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ àpé anthem wa ká máa tẹ̀síwájú. Àwọn ìyá wa kan máa ní Koiki máa tètè bá jó anthem yẹn sí. Ṣé nígbà mi tó bá play ẹ̀, a máa rò kó ti parí ètò ni. Mr. Koiki àmọ́ ìgbà tẹ́ máa wà live, èmi ò ní time. 24 hours ní platform wa. Bẹ́yìn bá ti ń sùn, làwọn aṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé. Kí mo rí pé sister mi Lady K wà náà on. Ọlọ́run bá wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Òun náà ti wà nílùú olótùtù. Ọlọ́run bá dúró tì. Gbóhùn sókè. Orílẹ̀-èdè. Kàgbéga. 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 Ìgbàgbọ́. Kàṣìbẹ̀rù. Kàṣìfẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan. Ìtẹ̀jẹ́. Tẹ̀síwájú. Àtẹ̀yẹrẹ. Àtẹ̀yìn. Ọmọdébíyà. Ẹ̀sìn pípé. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ìbádúláwọ̀. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ méjì. Iṣẹ́ kan ta ní náà ni ká ṣàmà polongo ìròyìn ayọ̀ pé àwa ọmọ Yorùbá o, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì sọ pé ní Nàìjíríà lẹ fẹ́ wà, kọ́ba Elédùmarè jẹ́ kí ògo wa búyọ. The chances of having a good life in today's Nigeria is now becoming questionable. Agbọ́dọ̀ máa béèrè ìbéèrè. Headline méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ là ń lò depending on where you're watching from on YouTube. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń béèrè pé òun ò rí in tí mo wọ̀. I understand. aṣọ tí mo wọ̀ ló ní orí olókun lórí, I mean orí olókun ló wà lára ẹ̀, blue ni wọ́n wá fi stone, so at least tó bá láìdíà nǹkan pè ní orí olókun, wọ́n wá stone ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ara ẹ̀, èyí tí mo wọ̀ nìyẹn. So just for the benefit of our physical challenge brothers and sisters, Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ Elédùmarè bá wa pẹ̀lú yín. Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Mo kẹ́rin ti Paris. Mo mọ̀ bí tí fóònù mi kan wà. Kó wà lókè. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe ní ìdẹ̀. Ká lè complete gbogbo platforms wa. We're live on Twitter Space. Bí yàn tẹ̀ tí sì ń bẹ̀ wá bá wa lẹ́nu ẹ̀. I love to capture all my platforms because our people sometimes could be very difficult to explain pé ẹ bá wa lọ sí ibi tẹ́ ti máa follow àtẹnumọ́ ìgbà tá a bá wà live. So when we go live, we go on multiple channels. As I speak to you right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ele máa jẹ́ 7, tí bá lọ rí 8, tí bá rí the other phone yẹn náà di 9. That means I am streaming on 9 different channels. Ìjọ kan máa wà táwọn tí ó yẹ kó ṣe wàhálà lórí ìtàtúgbé dání, wọ́n kàn máa gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ, and they will also pick it and say yes, àsìkò ti tó. Kò sọmọ Yorùbá kankan tí ó ń disagree pé àsìkò ti tó. Ní táwọn kankan sọ ni pé Mr. Koiki, ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ nítorí pé èèyàn wa ló wà níbẹ̀ tí a mọ̀ sí Bọ́lá Tinubu. Àwa dẹ̀ máa sọ pé àwa ò ní problem pẹ̀lú Baba Jagaban, ọmọ Yorùbá ni. But tó bá ti lose opportunity tó wà níbẹ̀ nísìn láti ṣe the needful, ó máa lè díẹ̀ o. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa rántí yẹn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Tí aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó bá kúrò nínú presidency tí kò ṣe ohun tó yẹ kó ṣe, tó dẹ̀ expect pé ká ṣì wà nínú Nàìjíríà, there will be problem for the Yoruba people. Ọlọ́run ti fún ṣe, ó ti débẹ̀ nísìn. Ohun Ọlọ́run ni, kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe sí. Regardless of whatever our takes are on him, it is entirely up to him now to also add his name for the next generation. If he pleases or chooses to do so, òyìnbó méjì ló wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. If he, òun, tó bá please, tó bá òun, chooses, tó bá decide pé kóun split nǹkan pè ní Nàìjíríà, tó bá kọ̀ jẹ́ pé ó kọ̀ fi wá ṣèjọba kó lọ́ntì ẹ̀ lòun náà gbé dání, future will still be bright fún ọmọ Yorùbá, but a máa ṣiṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ gan after that. Ìdí tá a ṣe máa ṣiṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ jù ni pé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn Tinubu àìtí mọ̀, a lè máa smell wọn but àláìdí àwọn. Ó kí ìyá mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pẹ̀kú jókòó. Dash indicate pé tí òun bá parí tenure tí a dẹ̀ ṣì wà nínú Nàìjíríà, ọdún 4 ló máa lò ní, ọdún 8 ni. Tí kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni indication pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá à ń rí yẹn ó máa kúrò from his own end. Kò ní stop campaign tàwa, kò dẹ̀ ní dá dúró. Ó kàn máa fún wa ní more reason to intensify on the campaign and the quest to self-determination. So I'm not sure why the internet is getting a glitch. Sometimes or expect to break issue awake. So it might just be rebooting itself. Let me connect this one with my phone for now. Go to the boom and disconnect. iPhone connect. Pending the time. See, I think this one is okay. Let's connect this one as well. There's a glitch from my end. My internet is on orange. Not sure why. So she take what in which program and she went. Trans service said over in. So vision solo in your. Are we back on this one? Let's see. All right, this one is stable. This one is stable, but this one is not connecting. This one is okay. All right, I think it's coming back. Now put in green border. All right, we lost the broadcast on the air. This one we lost the broadcast. Very password. So let's see. So we have to start this one back again. Let's see. Moki all right, I think we're stable. We're back on again. All right, let's connect back this. Let's see. I think the internet's still picking. Don't pick where I think it's back. All right, let me remove my Wi-Fi at the hotspot then. All right. I think everything is back to normal. I think we're back to normal. But even though it's a peak, not sure why. Let me refresh. Very good morning and welcome to the live transmission. Let's see. Let's go back. But I think we're back on. Yeah. Everything is stable now. I can't find one on my phone, but I'll just yeah, the camera is back now. So let's go straight into the conversation. So two topic depending on Ibitebati transmission here. One of the first topic says that self-determination. Emma Bino Yami First Bank, internet Milo or glitch. So only should disconnect to her. But more expect we can work on a platform Milo so that tí kan bá ní problem sáré lọ sí the other one kẹ máa zoom pé àti parí program. So because sometimes these things happen. So tẹ́ ẹ bá rí mi lórí Facebook, tẹ́ bá ti lọ sórí YouTube, rí Koiki Media, tẹ́ bá lọ sórí TikTok, orí Instagram, ilé gan ti disconnect nígbà tí mo tètè connect my internet. So I'm about to start again. Because eléyìí ni Twitter space mi. Àtàwọn ọmọ Biafra rẹ̀ lájọ máa ń lẹ̀pa lórí ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan. Kò ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ní Twitter. So yeah, we're back on again. And I think we're good to go. So hopefully by 4 o'clock I can go back to bed. Self-determination, the right of a people to form their own state, and in the country, and in the state, and also choose their own government. In time, very funny. Very fun politics. Begiri Atamala, Muri Abdullahi, Easy Dollar, Mokele and Moki Kilo Bakers, Moki Uboyin Babawa. Very fun politics. gbẹ̀gìrì àti ewédú tẹ̀ ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fi yín jẹ kí ló máa ń fi yín sábà jẹ náà ní Nàìjíríà yín ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní wọ́n fún yín lóríṣiríṣi orúkọ ṣẹ́rí kind of politics yẹn it is not going to help us tàbá continue pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ Nigeria is still operating as a country but the other topic tó wà lórí backup channel wa ẹ subscribe sórí yẹn náà wà on bá ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ìyẹn ní Nigeria mo kí ẹ Kentos Abẹ́bí kọba Elédùmarè kó bá ń dúró tì yín ní Manchester ẹ bá ń kí alájà ìrànlọ́ ló bá dé okay lè disconnect kò lè hold púpọ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa káàkiri ibi tẹ́ bá wà. The next one says Nigeria after 63 years lẹ́yìn ogún lọ́nà mẹ́fà ṣé mo gbà pẹ̀lú ọdún mẹ́ta ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ bi wá ni pé what role ìgbésẹ̀ wo should we Yoruba play ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá mi àdúrà máa gbà ẹ kú àdúró ti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń dúró tì sísítà mi kan send voice to Mr. Koiki ẹ bá wá àwọn èèyàn tó máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ agriculture káwọn èèyàn wá lè máa gbìn nǹkan ìjọba àwọn Haúsá wọn náà máa fi ibi pa wá. Mo ní Nigeria after 63 years ìyá mi Ìyábọ̀ Olúbùnmi ọmọpẹ ti wà nílé ẹ ṣé gan ni mo kí ẹwà pẹ̀lú ẹwà ìyá dáadáa mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin sisters wà káàkiri Àbíbá Yèyé Oge ogún lọ́nà mẹ́ta not mẹ́fà ó ṣe ogún lọ́nà mẹ́ta ni àti wà ní Nàìjíríà mo wá ní what role should we Yoruba play to keep it or break it now for the next future? That should be in tí wọn náà máa rò ní ọkùnrin. Pé role wo ni káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá play to keep Nigeria? What role should we play? Ó lé ní mẹ́ta ó ṣe ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ogún lọ́nà mẹ́ta ó lé ní mẹ́ta àwọn tó gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa jù mí lọ nìyẹn kí ló ṣe lè tó connect wọn gbogbo ẹ ti dàrú. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí mo kí family mi mo ti rí ẹ lórí program ilẹ̀ tí mọ́ náà ọlọ́ba wà pẹ̀lú ẹ kò ní ṣe wá láwà nìkan àwọn tó tún ṣe lè tó connect mọ́ so let me restart it. Ara ta ṣe máa ń sọ nìyẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan èèyàn láti reboot ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká reboot Nàìjíríà ẹ fẹ́ stick sínú nǹkan tó ti get stuck. You can see that I'm restarting the system phone lélẹ̀ mo ti tẹ́ kò ṣiṣẹ́ mo wá restart ẹ̀ ká restart Nàìjíríà à ní problem pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan nítorí pé ẹ tí mọ ohun tí wọ́n ń pè Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Yorùbá freedom is a must láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So topic méjèèjì yẹn ni mo fẹ́ ká gbé yẹ̀wò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tẹ́ bá like irú tí mo wọ̀ yìí ẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ Omitaf Culture lórí IG kọba yín gbèsè ara yín àbí irú mi. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ tún wo kí ni a mọ̀ sí self-determination. Mo fẹ́ bi wá pé ṣé self-determination ni wọ́n practice ní Nàìjíríà nísìnyí ni àbí just politics? Eddie Funke àwọn ti Biafra good morning how's my PM wotowoto airborne àwọn ti Simon Ekpa nìyẹn àwọn kan náà wà wọ́n pera wọn ní dolls àwọn èèyàn like Simon Ekpa they believe that Simon Ekpa is not going in line with the Biafra whatever movement. So, but we love Simon Ekpa, we love all the Biafrans, and we appreciate the work that everyone is doing. So the thing we at the top, we say, what role should we play? Because presently, our Yoruba politicians are playing a particular role. I'm trying to start it later, but for whatever reason, it's not starting. And I'm still losing one phone. Abdullah is just politics. So that shows that the IG, the role being played right now, Mr. Clement, all hey Biafra, Oman Fumilo every month, I'm a Biafra. You see, token. Anyway, where they talk the truth, the dissolution of that zoological country called Nigeria, Oman Fumalo, Mr. Clement, every month he send money into my PayPal, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. The role where we won't play, is it to keep Nigeria or to start asking questions about the future of Nigeria? And we are saying, do we still have future in the present day Nigeria as indigenous people, whether you be any of the ethnic groups that Nigeria has today? Some argue that there will be a future for us if we understand each other. We can never understand each other because we are different breeds of people. And until Nigerians start understanding this, we are not one. But as I live in this country in the last 25 years, I love to talk about me living in this country. I have lived with so many people that I might not agree with their views. But for the fact that the King Charles, yesterday did what they called state opening. I had the privilege of attending it when my mom was working in the House of Lords before she retired. What is state opening? The King Charles in the UK, is the one that controls the whole United Kingdom. So what you are saying is you now have government working for him. Ìjọba Rishi Sunak, ìjọba wọn ní Wales, ìjọba wọn ní Scotland. All they are doing is they're working on behalf of His Royal Majesty. It is the reverse in the contraction that they call Nigeria. In Nigeria is a reverse case because the politicians, I was somewhere yesterday and that my father said, Obasanjo was one of those that destroyed the royal institution by giving the power of by giving power to the local government against our Obawa. But just to give you a quick brief, because UK, how the UK is being, people just the year United Kingdom. But do you know that the United Kingdom that the year is split into three on a metaloquency? So the Scottish have their own parliament, the Welsh has their own parliament, and England has its own parliament. But one parliament is much more powerful than the other two. But every one of them works on behalf of His Royal Majesty. Let me read according to the UK Parliament on the website now, and I'm going to share the link. I'm asking again, Are we practicing self-determination in Nigeria? Are we just the practice politics of kill yourself like Wike, politics of shoot gun? Do you know that 2 people died in Kogi State yesterday? That is the kind of politics that you want us in 21st century to come and participate so that we can save Nigeria and keep it together. That is what some of you want. Koiki, why not join politics? I've had people during this movement say, Igbowo can pull the crowd by coming into politics. Mokiyami Toyin Dadajayi, Otojometa, Moralaja Fatima, Otojometa Fatima, and all our silent listeners. Even àwọn tó wà lábẹ́ ìyá 2x2, wọ́n wà lábẹ́ ètò yìí nísìn, easy mo ti kẹ́ kó tó wọlé, because wọ́n mọ̀ pé you are sitting here listening to a very, very highly intelligent man that have lived in the British system for 25 years and understand his self-determination tele. Plus what I have now learned from all these my brothers and sisters, my uncle that have come up to say, Koiki, read this, read that. I have been in the British politics, not as a politician, but as a citizen, because I am a citizen, okay? Not, I am a citizen because if you don't have, I'm not living in this country with visa. I mean, with the first visa that I came with in 1998, that one don't expire. I don't fight that one for 15 years. And at least I participated a little bit as a member of the Labour Party. The only difference is I didn't push too much. If I did, there's probability that I will be a councillor in this country. The reason why Amo Yoruba, okay, Facebook is not connected. Okay. It was during the glitch. Thanks so much for that. I didn't know. I didn't even realize that. You see why we say that, I didn't know that we are not live on Facebook anymore. We had a glitch here earlier on. Thanks so much, Danilo Yede. You see why we need every one of you to be on board. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá jẹ́ èèyàn wa Abdullahi tẹ́ bá ti wọlé ẹ máa sáré káàkiri bá lọ wo platforms wa, because I am just talking, I don't even know that the Facebook is. You see the reason why I said laptop tó bá jẹ́ is giving us a bit of problem, because I would have known that one platform is not on. But it's okay. I'm a ṣe bàtà bá lè ṣe. So àwọn yẹn nísìn wọ́n ní Mr. Koiki ti parí program. I don't know whether they've transferred into another, because I expect people that were watching me on Facebook to have come on YouTube and say, Mr. Koiki, àríyìn mọ́ lórí Facebook, she was on the Biba. But sometimes people can be, I don't know whether, I don't know what I just leave it, because I mean, it's in sorrow for more than 20 minutes or so, and that platform was there, but I've already turned it back on again. Unload lower. And we are live now on the Facebook. Even though Facebook is no longer a platform that I'm very comfortable with anymore, but we still have to use it. So we're back on it again. I expect everybody to have our platform, especially Koiki, Emamu platform, because presentation to me is different from others. Èmi ò dẹ̀ kúrò lójú kan ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ni pátá ẹ̀kan já ní Nàìjíríà problem tí wọ́n nìyẹn èèyàn kan fẹ́ gé lórí. I am not interested in all that. Nobody can deal with any problem in Nigeria until we pull it down. If we do not pull it down, Nigeria will pull every one of us down. So that is why I am different from the other platforms. Not that I am the best, but I have Mokiya Taiwo Kike. So my about check line Abdullahi, and I'm not sure because our team may want it soon. So Wale Mamoke are on. But thanks so much once again for letting us know that one of our platforms was dead. Mo fẹ́ ṣèdúró lórí the state opening of parliament. This is how bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí gangan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn. Our kings will be, but this is what the British did as well. What the British did was they kept their own monarchy system intact. I pity a lot of Yoruba people. The British kept, I'm not. The British kept their own monarchy system. Aago mélòó ló wà lọ́dọ̀ yín nísìn? I'm sure you're probably 3 hours or 4 hours ahead of us, or be 5 hours. 5 hours because it's in America. Iṣẹ́ náà làwa náà ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Iṣẹ́ lèmi náà ṣe báyìí. Kò tó báyìí pé mi náà lọ resume sí bakery tí màá ti bá wọn fọbọ́. Wọ́n máa expect mi pé kí n débẹ̀ láago 3. Aago 4, okay, yeah. So definitely ẹ̀kẹ́ máa múra bí iṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ẹ bá ń kí àwọn ọmọ yín. British government or the British monarchy system is still intact. But even though there's always this friction between Ile-Ife àti Ọ̀jájá, not Ọ̀jájá, side àwọn Ikú Bàbá Yèyé Aláàfin, there's, it looks like there's a friction. Sometimes I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to talk about it like somebody that knows, because èmi ò mọ̀ yẹn. But it seems that some come ní Ilé-Ifẹ̀ ní kinní kan, Aláàfin ní kinní kan. But regardless of that, àwọn méjèèjì yẹn, even if it's the other ones as well, Akarigbo or whatever, all these our kings, they are meant to be very powerful monarch system. Even if it's just to govern. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n tẹ̀lé govern gbogbo Yorùbá pé I agree, we should have Aláké say òun pàṣẹ ní agbègbè ẹ̀, àṣẹ yẹn dẹ̀ mo rò pé àwọn ọba yẹn lè pàṣẹ kankan tí governor máa dá wọn lóhùn, because those governors are born bastards. That is what the British wanted. Wọ́n pẹ́ ẹ̀ understand nǹkan tí wọ́n ń try láti sọ. Àwọn keep system tí wọ́n intact. They kept it. They held it. This monarchy system to UK, ó ti ń go for years. Tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa tó ń lọ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ, Ọ̀yọ́ empire, gbogbo ẹ̀ ń dùn yànmùyànmù, ó ń ṣe lọ, ó ń bọ̀. Wọ́n wá ní, tàbá jẹ́ káwọn ilé continue báyìí, àwọn ilé máa borí wa lọ́jọ́ iwájú, àwa la máa wá ṣerú wọn. This is why it is the reverse now. Mr. Clement, thank you so much. This is why when I'm going to read the state opening of parliament, mo kàn fẹ́ kí, regardless of your take on the self-determination, I'm asking the question, are we practicing self-determination in Nigeria, or are we just running politics of Gbegiri and Eba, or Tuwo, or Idikaikon? Because it seems that everybody thinks that the politics to run in Nigeria, we can make it to work and push, and then eventually our people will survive one day. Is that what you think? Do you believe that? That the present Nigeria today will give us the best in the future as indigenous people, regardless of whichever one you believe in? What is your take on that? Can you take any? What do you believe? Do you think that we should keep Nigeria and then Kawana join politics? So be at APC or Bagba, Carlos Ayomi Kumujeri, you are at African Confidential. A brother me that I love African Confidential. It's very, very tó bá wà lórí Twitter ó máa ń gbà sí fún wọn gidi. Mo kẹ́yìn tí Yorùbá Clubhouse. Abdullahi ní no power in the hands of Ọba again. Kí ló dé tí kò sí agbára lọ́wọ́ ọba? Tẹ́ bá rántí pé àti ilé tẹ̀tẹ̀rí níṣẹ́ ó ti padà báyìí nísìn. Ó ti padà báyìí. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. I have to reboot it. That is what we are trying to do. a gbọ́dọ̀ reboot Nigeria to satisfy who we are. Ayomikuni, politics of criminal from day one, that is Nigeria, handing over independent document to one region in our empire. And when we say that Nigeria was handed over, it is not literally, I want us to get this part, Mufeka, get it right like this. Most of the time, we always say the British government. No, there's nothing called the British government. It is the British monarchy system that hand over Nigeria to the North. Because whoever is working as the government of the day, as at the time when they were doing all these, marabot on us, it was the British monarchy system. I know we tend to say the British government. No, there's nothing called the British government. It is the monarchy system. They kept their own, preserved their own, continue to nurture it. You must respect it, and all sorts and all sorts. And that is why the king, it used to be the mother died. It is the king, Moki Egbomi the real now. Momo, be a man lost the other Instagram one, because every now and then I only see you when I'm live on Olayomi Koiki. So it shows that you're probably just following one platform. It shows that Moki Egbomi David Adegoke, good morning. While the monarchy system seems to be working, Alaji Aremu Moki and Moki Entewalori TikTok, Ekabo Soreto, while their own monarchy system seems to be very, very strong, our own monarchy system, Nile Yoruba, have been dragged down, have been pulled down, and it has now become Tinubu Malosi Osun State. I know one new owo joba lo. What be that kó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún King Charles nílùú yìí? Wá forí ẹ̀ wá fi bẹ́ Ògún ni. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Imagine Tinubu telling King Charles that òun lówó ju King Charles lọ. Do you think it's possible? Do you think that any politician in Britain can come out and say, I am rich, I am worth more than the royal institution? Who the hell are you? Because the royal institution owns the country. I hope you're getting the feel of what I'm trying to explain here. Our king owns the land, and Wogongoni, the stool that is meant to be giving us the parliament. Okay, Kilo Tushele not to disconnect. What's going on today? Let's start this again. We lost I better use the same topic. The YouTube backup channel just crashed as well. I think what happened earlier was just they were servicing and everything, because they were servicing. I know what happened when the technology. What it does is every now and then it updates itself again just because of security and all that. So but I have to start the backup channel back again. Good morning and welcome. My name is Olami Koike. You're watching a live transmission, depending on wherever you are around the world. I know some of you love Nigeria so much that in your head, in your brain, you are praying that one day all these things we will talk, whether na Biafra, whether na Middle Belt, whether na Yoruba, it's not going to happen. I don't know why you're having that kind of, feelings. It shows that you are still one of those that wants to keep the future of Nigeria. We don't have problem with each other as indigenous people. What we are having problem is the mess that the British monarchy system did to create what is called Nigeria today and set everyone backwards. So let's go and read a little bit more of this state opening of Parliament. The state opening of Parliament marks the formal start of the parliamentary year. So what happened yesterday in UK is what indicate that the government have just started for the year. And the monarch speech, I have been there a few times. I think I met Tani Momsimiti from an invite in Latin Losiberi, the state opening. Very, very massive event. I'll read that again. Because some Nigerians do not, you want us to remain Nigerians rather, but you are still the same people that love the British ways of life. Before you are given a British passport, you have to swear allegiance. I know some of you don't care about what is happening in UK, but at least you watch their football match. You watch the Premier League. Whatever you love in UK, whatever you feel, whether you hate them or you like them, remember that they created a system in Nigeria that is now having a big impact on we, the indigenous people. And that is why self-determination is different from what we call the politics being played today. So let's go again. State opening of Parliament. The state opening of Parliament marks the formal start of the parliamentary year, and the monarch speech set out the government agenda for the coming section. I want you to take note of that. Help anybody, a lot of politicians. If there's any other problem, I can look into it. And Mr. Koiki Moshifede London, I don't know about that. So whoever is saying, please, I need your help. As long as it's not financial help, I don't do, like Cocoon Foundation, Gala Gabriel and all that. I don't do that on this platform. So you can send me a message through the DM. I will pick it up probably tomorrow, not tonight anymore. So to financial problem or when was abroad, I don't know about all that. But any other thing, we can look into it and see. If you don't need the work. Ṣé mọ̀ pé bó ṣe jẹ́ kí àwọn ọba tiwa náà máa sọ fún wa pé ọ̀n ní máa fún wa ní opening speech or the agenda government wọn fún next year. So what the British did was, I want to create a system in but they told us, no, you go. I mean, they gave us a regional government anyway, but the regional government was pulled down. But even though they gave us that regional government, they played against we and the Igbos. So that's why sometimes, thank you, so Igbo, they, Agunrosi pull down the regional government and all that. My own argument was the British monarch system or the British Empire, let me be using British Empire, where was the British Empire honest from the day one when Zik, Awolowo, Tafa Balewa, Ahmadu Bello, when they were seeking for the independence of Nigeria? Was the British Empire honest with it? Or they just decide that it seems that two of them will be very, very intelligent, so we will play around there? Because let's go back a few steps. A lot of the argument I've read I've heard is, we can't trust them all because they pull down the regional government that we got. But was the regional government itself an honest gift? Because what I have read again is that there was if 1957, 1958, Lancaster House. Why are we not talking about that? Why is it that we want to talk about the put down of the regional government, but we don't want to talk about the negotiation of what led to the independence of Nigeria in 1960? Because what we heard, from what we have heard with evidence, the British rigged the first election in 1959. That means if the British never rigged the election, there's tendency that maybe Awolowo would have been the first premier or whatever. So right there, there's a flag. So if people are criticizing Agorosi for pulling down the regional government, why are we not criticizing the British for rigging the election that would have gave Awolowo the upper edge? That's number one. Number two, the reason why today the North continue to tell every Nigerian that they have the highest in number is a false information. The British rigged the first census to favor the North. So you can see that we want to fight. We don't like the Igbos, but our long money is like along meji, when we should start from the bottom. If the British Empire did not interfere with us to convert the indigenous, okay, was it the Igbo people that converted us to Nigeria? So Yoruba, I am not saying we should trust the Igbos. Neither do I say we should trust the Hausas. But the UK is operating a monarchy system. They destroyed the same monarchy system that they met before 1914. In Timor, this Oriolokun is thousands of years older than even the British monarchy system. Was it the Igbo people that joined us together? Che Lugard is an Igbo man. It's not. So why do we leave that one and then talk about the regional government that Agoro? Because that is the one, the narrative that the British kept in our eyes. And I won't be surprised that the British Empire was not involved in all that dealings as well, because we have now seen that years down the line, they killed people that wanted something that they don't want. People like Thomas Sankara was killed by the West. So what gives you impression that the British Empire or the West was not involved in the pull down of the regional government? They could use Agorosi because the British and the other European countries knew that Africa, for it to be great, they must take down some of us. Then you don't want to talk about Lancaster House, the decision that the British Empire was negotiating behind us each time they have tea and coffee in the round table, and Baba Olawa go back to his hotel or his house. Zik go back. Then the British will phone the North and say, look, the one way we do in the afternoon. And that is still what is being played till date when politicians are running in the middle of the night. That's why they say if politicians talk today now, in the morning, by 12 midnight, whatever they said is changed. That is the game the British played with us. So why is it that we don't want to talk about that one? Oh, is it because that one is too far? Because I know that if you calculate 1957 to the time that the regional government was pulled, if the British did not interfere with us as they've done, maybe Agorosi would not have been able to pull down the regional government. So that is the argument that I am presenting for Yoruba. I'm not here to sit to say you should love or hate the Igbos, but I'm arguing that what took place in London, they didn't allow me to go inside, but I have stayed in front of Lancaster House. That means I have felt the energy. What really transpired? Was it that the Igbos were negotiating behind us with the British Empire? Or was it that the British Empire or the British government, because the British Empire had a government that managed this country for the king? So what you're witnessing, that I'm talking about the state opening, Fenyomo Yoruba, because I know that this might be too big for you to understand. So in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ọba ilẹ̀ yìí ó wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá, ó wá sọ tóun fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìjọba tó ń bá òun operate láti ṣe fún wọn, and that is why they call it state opening. Ẹ la etí yín sílẹ̀, Nàìjíríà tẹ̀yìn rí yẹn, àwọn ìlú yìí ló dagboru tí a fi ń jìyà lénìí. I am living here. I enjoy life in the little I have. But the system to create power is not working. So every time I hear the Igbo put down, Agurosi put down regional government, what took place before regional government? Was the empire honest with the ethnic groups, the indigenous people, the major tribes? Mokia TJ Baba. Let's go further. It is the only regular occasion when the three constituent part of parliament, the sovereign, the House of Lords, and House of Commons, meet. Ìjọ kan ní ayé ní ọdọọdún tí àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn máa pàdé nìyẹn. Àwọn wá ní káwa máa lọ rọ́ọ̀nù politics agboolé tẹ̀ ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà, and that is why ẹ sàṣìra yín, ẹ para yín for politics. I don't think that the àwọn òyìnbó yìí máa ń para wọn fún politics, no, but kò ṣe pé àwọn náà wọn ní bó ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́. Let's go further. Now, when is the state opening? Question mark. State opening happens on the first day of a new parliamentary session or shortly after a general election. And I'll explain to you. You see the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, ìjọ táwọn cabinet tí wọ́n bá ti òyìnbó ló máa ń lò náà, tí wọ́n bá ti gbàgbọ́ mọ́ tó ti di pé méjì mẹ́ta mẹ́rin do not believe in our Prime Minister, do you know what is going to happen? He must resign. You can see that their own system, no confidence. Then, òyìnbó tí mo wá nìyẹn. Ìjọ tí wọ́n bá ti ní confidence with the Prime Minister, ọmọ ó resign yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti resign, a máa ṣe kí ni? Tó bá sì jẹ́ pé party ẹ̀ ló ṣì ń run. I think we're going to have a general election very soon as well. Ìdí tí a ṣe rí Prime Minister bí méjì or mẹ́ta léraléra is because conservative ṣì ni ó ṣì ń ṣe gbogbo kìíní yẹn, ló ṣì àwọn lọ́sì wà in party, in government rather. My question to Yomo Yoruba and Nigerians this morning is, how many of you have confidence in your political party as a member of the party? Because some of you are carrying members of APC and PDP. Do you have confidence in them? If you do not have confidence in them, can we tell them to resign? You can see how they are playing our head. Do you have confidence in your politicians? Let's go further. God. What is state opening? 3:30 a.m. Koiki Media Live. Today is the 8th of November 2023, and welcome to the program. State opening happens on the first day of a new parliamentary session or shortly after a general election. The next state opening is Majesty the King first as monarch will take place on the 7th of November 2023, which happened yesterday in London. The last state opening of Parliament took place on the 10th of May 2022 at the start of 2022-2023 session of Parliament. So what we are witnessing now is 2023-2024. On this occasion, Parliament was opened by the then Prince of Wales. Yet he's sick there nígbà yẹn. So ọmọ ẹ̀ ló wá present but nísìn ọmọ náà ti di ọba. And the Duke of Cambridge as Councillors of State for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II presided, I want us to take note of this, presided over the state opening of Parliament in person on 67 occasions during her reign. 67 years. 67, opening of Parliament ní Queen ṣe. Ó dàgbà gan nínú ìjọba politics government tó run. Ṣé màá kó bó ṣe jẹ́ pé ó wà kó tó di pé Aláàfin kú nìyẹn. Ẹ imagine pé Aláàfin ikú bàbá yèyé tèmi láǹfààní àti rí. Ẹ imagine pé every year àwọn ló máa ń bá wa ṣe state opening. Tó máa decide tí àwọn fẹ́ kí Ṣèyí Mákindé, Ajímọ̀bí, or whoever was there, because gbogbo àwọn yẹn dé bá ọba yẹn wọ́n lọ ni. Yàtọ̀ sí Ṣèyí Mákindé tó ṣì wà níbẹ̀ nítorí pé ọba dẹ̀ wàjà ni. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ikú bàbá yèyé náà àwọn náà pẹ́ lórí reign yẹn. Ẹ̀yà kan wá play padà pé ikú bàbá yèyé àti Queen Elizabeth, they are almost the same power. But ikú bàbá yèyé ò lè sọ tí Ọ̀yọ́ state máa ṣe. Queen ruled, the late Queen Elizabeth II ruled for 70 years. Ó tètè gba power yẹn nígbà tí bàbá ẹ̀ kú. Kódà wọn kò wọ́n ní Kenya ló wà at the time tí bàbá ẹ̀ kú. I think Kenya tó fi padà wá sí Britain láti wá take over reign yẹn. But it's in reverse. Ẹ lọ wo gbogbo agbègbè ibi tí ikú bàbá yèyé tí palace gan wà, ẹ máa sunkún ni. That is the damage that they've done on us as ọmọ Yoruba. At least èmi dé palace yẹn. Nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ débẹ̀ the very first time tí mo débẹ̀, bá ṣe wọlé bá ikú ní ta ló jókòó yìí, wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn àtàjókòó. Okay, ẹni kó lè jáde. Ìgbòho ní coordinator mi ni òun ò ní lè jáde. Ṣé pé kóun jókòó gbogbo ta máa sọ máa gbọ́ ní ẹ̀. Mo wá rí torchlight lọ́wọ́ ikú bàbá yèyé. Ìyà ti jẹ wá. Tí bá parọ́ àwọn tó súnmọ́ bàbá yẹn ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn àbíkọ́ comment. Odindi ọ̀bàlẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n gbé rechargeable torchlight sí wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kábíyèsí lédùmarè. Ó yẹ kó lọ máa gbé orí gbogbo ẹ̀yin NEPA yẹn kó máa gbé wá kó máa fi mú kó mú ní palace ni. Ẹ bá ń disconnect iná. Wọ́n bí bàbá ẹ̀dá kò disconnect iná Buckingham Palace ó fẹ́ kú ni. Wà á disconnect iná tó wọnú Buckingham Palace. Èyí tó bá gan sùnmọ́jú gan iná gbọ́dọ̀ kú níbẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni iná yẹn kú pàkà kú lóòótọ́. So wọ́n ti wà wẹ́ pé problem máa wà pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ iná. Okay, Mr. Perry. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, she was in Kenya when her father died. Ìyẹn Queen tó kú. I don't think some of you understand, what I'm saying. Ó dà pé ẹ get it gist ní àbí ẹ feel it. Mo ní mo dé palace ọba, not even his palace, his residence, because ibi tá ti lọ bá wọn inú residence wọn. Mo wá rí tí kábíyèsí mú iná takuntakun ọgbẹ́sẹ̀gbẹ̀ torí pé tí iná yẹn bá lọ wá lè sáré tàn yẹn tó máa fi tan generator ní odindi palace ọ̀bàlẹ̀ Yorùbá. That is the damage that they've done. but kò jọ yín lójú torí pé the same problem tó bá ń face lẹ́yìn náà ń face náà ọba ò níná yín náà níná so same Buckingham Palace níná èmi náà níná ṣe rí pé ó dọ́gba. That is why some of you are so blockhead orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ ẹ lè rí understanding táwa sọ because èmi ti gbé òṣùwọ̀n ọba wa yẹn mo ti gbé pẹ̀lú ọba tó kú ti tàná ọba ikú bàbá yèyé ò kì í ṣẹgbẹ́ ọmọ ní Prince Charles àbí ọba nísìn ló jẹ́ sí ikú bàbá yèyé ikú bàbá yèyé àti queen the same pa lọ́wọ́ àtọ́ba tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọba ikú bàbá yèyé gan náà kó fẹ́ ju queen lọ ní ọjọ́ orí ọba yẹn làwọn á fi ta yín títí pẹ̀lú àwọn olóṣèlú. So let's go further because aago mẹ́rin mo fẹ́ parí ètò yìí mo fẹ́ padà lọ sórí bed lọ sùn tẹ́lẹ̀. What happens during state opening? Wọ́n ní kí ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀? Èèyàn kan ní gan sọ pé ní palace Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ gan kò síná gan níbẹ̀. State opening is the main ceremonial event of the parliamentary calendar, normally attracting large crowds and a significant television and online audience. The monarch arrived at the sovereign entrance. Sovereign here, tabanikalo English dictionary meaning sovereign. According to the English dictionary, can the meaning? Okay,
sovereign.
Okay, what's it? Wọ́n ní tọ́ba yẹn bá dé. Okay, wọ́n ní ọba wọ́n ní queen ó dàgbà díẹ̀ ju ọba láàfin lọ.
Sovereign.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n sọ níbi wà nísìnyí pé ọba King Charles tó bá dé, the monarch arrived at the sovereign entrance. Tàbá wà lọ bèrè kí ni meaning?
Sovereign.
A supreme ruler, especially a monarch. What is the true meaning of sovereign? One possessing or held to possess a supreme political power or sovereignty. Ọba nìkan ló ń jẹrọ ayé yẹn. Gbogbo tí King Charles bá ṣe àṣegbé ní nísìn, it will never be questioned. Ọba Yorùbá máa ṣe nǹkan but local government chairman ní ẹ bá lọ bèrè pé kí ló dé tí kú bàbá yìí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó yẹ kó bẹ orí ẹ̀ kó gbé fóògùn ni. But that is what they created for us. That is the mess that we found ourselves. How we rectify it now is why we are saying, look, if we move one step back, we'll see self-determination. If don't practice law Nigeria and say it's not self-determination. It is just politics, straight politics. Politics are mashititi. Politics are mashi this, politics are mashi that. But we are talking about the indigenous people to asset the indigenous people right to self-determination. What does self-determination mean? Self-determination, the power or ability to make a decision for oneself without influence from outside. Politics when we have our own independent country. Any relationship, any trade with countries around the world, but we will be able to govern and choose our own government. I know that today they choose government through the ballot system every 4 years. Vote for us, vote for us, vote for us. They will put a campaign and people will say, okay, SDP da, PDP da, Labour Party da, APC da, and you vote for them. But I don't think even that is honest because majority don't vote. The percentage is very low. That means that many Nigerians disagree even with the voting system. Calculate how many people voted in this last election. They're now up to 40 million altogether. Out of 200 million, give and take. So that number should be higher than that, but it shows that the participation of election in Nigeria continues to drop. I don't have the data with me. So when we talk about self-determination, is it what we should ask for? Or should we remain in Nigeria and pretend? I am asking again, Nigeria after 63 years, what role should we, Yoruba, play to keep it or break it now for the next future? Role will play. Should we play a role to keep Nigeria for the next future? Or should we play a role where it gets dissolved? Mokiyami Folashade Ojoebanki Grandma Ninole náà. Àdúrà yẹn gbà. Mo kí gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó pẹ̀lú wa nínú ilé. Mo kí yín bàbá wa ní Belgium, Australia, New Zealand. Gbogbo bí wọ́n ti ń wo Koiki Media ni mo dárúkọ yẹn. Mo kí Sami Japan. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Amacolex. Mo kí gbogbo yín àbúrò wa. Mo kí gbogbo yín ní Dèròkò. Role will FK play? Do you want us to keep Nigeria together? Mo kí bàbá wa David Adegoke. We will have our own government where there will be freedom of speech and freedom of movement. But the most important thing that is about the Yoruba nation is because we want to protect and preserve our identity. That is the key. Ìyẹn gangan ló lórí ọ̀rọ̀ afẹ́kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo afẹ́kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà Fúlàní pa wá yẹn is just a very tiny aspect. Ìyẹn is under a security that the Yoruba government would have to deal with. But the reason why we want to keep away from Nigeria so that ní ọjọ́ iwájú, tí bá ní ọjọ́ iwájú, I'm talking about another 1,000 years from today when we are all dead. Àwọn tó máa ṣe wà níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn wá lè mọ̀ pé we played a role. Àwọn kan wá sọ pé but it shouldn't happen. We should continue to try to harness and preserve Nigeria. And I'm asking, why should we preserve Nigeria? Because that is what the British Empire created. When we can keep our own identity, our culture, our language, which is our ways of life, that does not mean that we are, we disagree or we hate other ethnic or indigenous people. But many of you still want to keep Nigeria in the hope that it will harness, it will one day become the economy giant of Africa. It will become a place that we can live together as one block. When you know that you are still the same people that will be telling us look, why can't we stop that history of Igbo local regional government? Let's even break it now and let everybody go their separate ways. What is the problem with that? Because you will still be reminding the Igbos, for those that put that argument up all the time. And even if you have a country of your own, do you think that America is only one particular ethnic people that lives there? There are multiple numbers of people that live there. So when we are sitting here and talking that we want self-determination, you're not going to get a Yoruba nation that it's not going to work. There will be different other people that will want to come and survive on our territory, just like they are doing right now. So you must start understanding this. We don't like the Igbo. All that is just, a different thing entirely. The most important thing is we have our identity, we keep our own government, we control our own resources, and all those ones things on here, it will be under, even as Nigeria is going to divide, those that we have lived together, you can't tell them to go out of your territory. You will just have to control and allow them to now be embedded into a new data. Maybe some of you don't understand that. Or you think that when you have a Yoruba country, they go back, go Biafra land. It doesn't work like that. That is not international standard. If it did not, you want to have a country like North Korea? Even North Korea allows people to come in and go. There was a case of an American soldier that walked into North Korea, I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He had issue, in America, whatever he is part of. But all of a sudden, he just walked as a visitor into North Korea. And America doesn't have good relationship with North Korea. He has left now anyway. Even the North Korea that they give, even though the impression that they give us with North Korea might be wrong or right, but whatever it is, North Korea still allows, foreigners. Okay, when you go there, you respect the rules of the law of North Korea. Just as I live here, you think all the English people want me to be here because okay, TJ, thanks so much. The English people believe that I am taking their job. They believe that we are becoming too much in this country as an immigrant. So the first step we should deal with is to talk about the dissolution of that contraction you call Nigeria. After that, all other issues are the deal with it. But many of you don't think in that direction. And it's a big shame because these politics of every 4 years, because mind the innocent, many people will be thinking by 2027, I will vote for me, or probably will bring back Tinubu again. Okay, after Tinubu, then the power goes to the north. What about the Igbos? Shall not she part of Nigeria? So if you think that we don't love each other, then let's dissolve the country. Let everybody go their separate ways. That shouldn't be a problem. Let me just quickly read through the state parliament. The monarch arrives at the sovereign entrance and proceeds to the Robin Hood, wearing the imperial state crown and the robe of state. He leads the royal procession through the royal gallery, packed with 600 guests, to the chamber of House of Lords. The House of Lords, officially known as the Black Rod, is sent to summon the Commons. The doors to look at the proceeding. If you look at the choreography of all these things, I'm sure some of you have seen it before. If you haven't seen it, go and watch the video. You will be impressed how they still keep that system. And that system will continue, even though some British citizens, I have heard them, do not want that monarchy system anymore. They're fighting, they're campaigning for it to be brought down. Hello, choreography. Gbogbo tí mo kọ ránkà ẹ̀yẹn lọ wò bí ó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kápá wá sílẹ̀kùn wọ́n rìn wọ́n máa ṣe British ló ní yẹn lọ́wọ́. When it comes to choreography, you can't beat them to it. They're very good at it. The Black Rod strikes the door 3 times before it is opened. Members of the House of Commons then follow the Black Rod and the Common Speaker to the Lord's Chamber, standing at the opposite end to the throne, known as the Bar of House, to listen to the speech. Imagine what I'm reading right now is what and how Alaafin or Ooni of Ife is being presented to come and give us state opening, to say to the government that is working for him that this is what I want for the next parliament. You don't like that, is it? Some of you don't understand why we want Yoruba nation. Some of you are just thinking maybe we're just jobless, we don't have work to do. Years the Muslim official House of Lords. It was a privilege to work in there. It's a privilege. To work anywhere. Emma Coluraini, Belang Lords. I went to Juan MP law. I want Balagbo Yelaway. So it's Muslim to retire. And say, well, you're dealing with a highly intelligent man. I've lived there with the British for 25 years. I've seen their own system work. But the system to create for in that contraction called Nigeria was never meant to work. Especially knowing what we know now, you realize that something is not right. Can you hear the siren? Is it a police or ambulance? At 4 a.m. It is called 24/7. We're almost going to end the program in 8 minutes. After the monarch's speech, when the monarch leaves, a new parliamentary section starts. And the parliament gets back to work. Members of both houses debate the content of the speech, which is what should be happening. Whichever one of them. Then the government start debating about the content. In the content, I'm not talking about the content. Then we, I drop money. I want to test somebody. Why are you testing somebody? If the country was good, you drop money here, people will take the money, they walk away. That is what Nigerians are doing now. Everybody's doing content. They pinch somebody, he put his leg up, they take the slippers, and they're making huge traffic on YouTube, and everybody's making money. I see another ones. Hey, this girl they sell pure water. Oh, this girl they sell pure water. She gets a bit of hand. We don't come up like that, but she's still working. She no below show. In the first place, she come my one of the TT. I'm sure some of you have seen that video. In the first place, she came my one of the TT come out Yoruba. I think she's from Osun State. She find her way to Lagos because Lagos is the bustling and hustling. If you do what in bustle to hustle, the only problem is you cannot drink bottled water like this. You have to buy a bottled water. I just pay she walk there, but most of you drink salted water. I pity a lot of you. Could they come and want to do it in the first place? Even with a physical challenge, but it's because the system is not working. So somebody now say, hey, oh, I gave her 400,000. Yeah, you give her 400,000 because you're making money from all the content that you're doing. If I want to be doing content to you can leave me more content in Malaysia. But that is not what I want to do. TJ Babani, people with physical challenge here in America, they are on the government pay. But it's only in Nigeria that somebody will do a short video and say, hey, look at the girl, look at the girl. And the video say, hey, my uncle, Adeleke, look at this girl. Can't you see that she's from Osun State selling water? If the girl had opportunity in Osun State, she should not have traveled to Lagos and be selling pure water or bottled water. So what we are doing is, immediately, look, I can tell my team, I'll give them instruction and say, find anywhere, anybody will get disability, do the video, let it blow. So we can come and say, about raise a wall. I mean, I'm not saying that those that are doing it, are not genuine. You think I can't do that as well? I'll make a lot of money, and I'll be doing my little best. I wish us a very good morning. My name is Olami Koiki. As I leave you again, I'm asking these two questions. Self-determination, the right of a people to form their own state and choose their own government. And the second headline says, and I quote, Nigeria after 63 years. What role should we, Yoruba, play to keep it or break it now for the next future? You can write in the comment section. I'll read it later. Which one do you prefer? We keep it or we break it? Which one do you prefer? Should we keep it or we break it? 5 o'clock in Nigeria, 4 o'clock in London, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 11 o'clock some part in America, and 10 o'clock some part in America. In Dubai, 1, 2, 3, 7 a.m. In Qatar, 7 a.m. In Japan, almost afternoon. The world is not going to wait for me and you. Let us pull it down so that we can have a better future. Ayomiko, my brother, says we should never play any role keeping Nigeria because Nigeria is a continuation of a slavery camp. Mr. Clement says you buy bottled water at store, not the poor people hawking. What about fully qualified graduates? No industry to pave or allow growth and empowerment. 758 in Dubai. Mr. Perry, thank you so much. So, as we leave you again, Mr. Bamidele Akombi, Aziz, Silver Badmos, thank you so much. Say, thanks, brother, for your day and night. Some people are saying I'm losing weight. Don't worry. I just need to tell my wife to cook more pounded yam for me. And I'll be fine. Thank you so much once again to each and every one of you that have joined us. Moki, Ini, Ibekibitebawa, around the world. The education will continue. And one day, those of you that still want to keep that country, you will get the message and you will allow us to allow it to develop. Engineer Lawale, don't give any one of them money. Many Nigerians don't have sense. They like to be supporting their oppressor. If they don't, if you don't need to, so I don't have any money to give anybody. Thank you so much, engineer. Engineer Tibelula Arroyo. Mr. Omokaro Friday David, good morning. Alan Conde said Nigeria is a family business to our politicians and our king. He also went further to say the politics they are running in Nigeria is politics of intimidating, violent, crime, criminal, killing, kidnap, no care of the citizens and their family business. Yeah, Mr. Adisa says you are right. Thank you so much to every one of you. And I think I've captured Mr. Said Balogun. Thank you so much. If I didn't mention your name, don't get upset. It's just that maybe we didn't pick your comment. Thank you to my mom for standing behind. Thank you to my family as well. So I'm going to go back to bed. And I think I've done justice to it. We'll be back again later in the day. But for now, mo kí wa pé ọba Elédùmarè kò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbalẹ̀ yọ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Mo wá kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá belongs to us and nobody must take it away from us. Have a very good morning. And as I say all the time, we all have a role to play. I am just playing mine. Don't worry about it. Just play yours and everything will be fine. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, ìgbéga falẹ̀ rí ìgbàgbọ́. Láti bẹ̀rù, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan, ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Odùduwà. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Good morning.